Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by again on such short notice. We are back with another quick yet still big, beautiful edition of IDP. We have some recently released albums in a variety of genres. Today we have some punk, psychedelic, post-punk, and some indie pop in the melodic jangle pop realm as well. As always, I would love to encourage you to crack open a nice cold beer. If you're feeling like maybe you want to nibble on a little something, you're always welcome to wrap your lips around a big juicy meat stick. Go ahead and help yourself. I might wind up having to take a little time off to maybe reassess the way these IDPs are being presented. Maybe see if I can't make them in such a way to encourage, more hard pounding. So far, we really just haven't been able to get to the kind of level of hard pounding of the thumbs down button that we really need to see. Really just not a lot of hard pounding of any buttons, to be honest with you. But of course, at the end of the day, is there ever really enough hard pounding? Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Like I was saying, there's a bit of variety here this time around. First, we have what I believe is the third full-length album from a band out of Northern California. They call themselves the Wind-Ups. And the name of their new album is Confection, and it's out now on Dandy Boy Records. This is very lo-fi, fuzzy, wall of sound punk with some hook-filled power pop blended in as well. You can definitely hear a big Ramones influence in a number of spots. I would say like the Ramones played through blown out speakers. Lo-fi, bubblegum punk, perhaps. Some songs really do have that kind of sing-along, hook-filled power pop thing going on with almost Beach Boys-esque style harmonies, but nestled under very lo-fi, noisy guitars. We're checking out for the kind of, pop punk fans that can kind of get into this blown out, fuzzy, home-recorded feeling. This album is I would say 11-track sonic assault. It weighs in at a svelte 25 minutes. The final final song on the LP, which is titled Little Boy Blue, features the legendary Jonathan Richman, I believe playing electric guitar on that final track. Once again, that is the group from Chico, California. They call themselves the Wind-Ups, and their latest LP is titled Confection.
Red sun the man, sleep tight, nuts in God's hand. Oh no, wolves to do, a sign I got me hanger too. Oh oh, oh oh, you'll find big miss. Oh oh, oh oh, you'll find big miss. Your love is putting me under. Your love is putting me under.
Next, we have the debut full-length album from a new group, I believe a new group out of California that call themselves Western Extra. Their LP is titled Zags on the Book of Changes, and it's out now on Hermit Hat Records and Comrade Lucy Records. This band was formed by two songwriters, Chris Rose and Donovan Quinn. They were previously members of a variety of other bands, and they have since rounded the group out into a full quartet, like a band. This is a sort of like 60s psychedelic rock / psychedelic folk sound that rolls in some, I would say some 80s new wave in there, and also some 90s indie rock as well. I hear strong Mark Bolan vibes, especially in the vocals. Also things like early Small Faces, Syd Barrett, Donovan, but also artists like The Frogs, Pavement, Sparks, mostly but not all kind of mid to low tempo tracks on here. This one took several listens for it to, really gel with me on a whole, as a whole album. I can see some people not being able to really get into the vocal style that's on here, but it does work for me fairly well. Again, that is the debut LP titled Zigzags on the Book of Changes from the band Western Extra.
With a view of the past that is cloudless and clear, wish you were here as I sing Bloody Mary into the mirror, and the chandelier begins to tremble. They said you are what you eat, and I've been sipping that old and bitter tea. If you are what you eat, you've been chomping on icicles. But I got a house in Jordan, and you got a house.
All right, from Amsterdam, we have what I believe is the second LP from a post-punk quartet. They call themselves Global Charming. And the album is titled 4 Second Fiddles, and it's out on the Amsterdam-based label, which is called At Ease. This has an angular post-punk sound with bits of post-rock, math rock, and art rock in there as well. It's a little unconventional, but I would say not overly so. You can hear some similarities to like some of the recent UK post-punk acts that have come out, you know, like the band Dry Cleaning, but also you definitely hear the influences of classic bands like Gang of Four and Wire. Has some synths, has angular guitars, punchy driving rhythms, and some boy-girl vocal interplay that kind of help to add some variety to the album. Some of the vocals are done in a very like talky style, but a lot of the vocals have a very stony delivery, which may or may not work for some people. Anyway, someone looking for some new angular post-punk might want to check this one out. That is the band called Global Charming, and their latest is titled 4 Second Fiddles.
Push me into the light, and I want you to do it again. All the minutes began, I can pick it up today. Don't stop and think about, I just wanna get off my mind. It's got to be, it's got to be, it's got to be, it's got to be true. It's slipping away, we can buy more. Music is killing me, so yeah. Loser things, crushed, lightning fast and shiny. Cuss off, sludge river, we can buy more. Loser things.
Okay, the New Jersey band that call themselves Lightheaded have just released what I am going to call an LP, but what I have seen referred to as an EP. To me, 10 songs, almost 30 minutes, is easily a full-length LP in the year 2025. Anyway, this one is called Thinking, Dreaming, Scheming, and it is out now on Slumberland Records. I think some people might consider this an EP because some of the tracks are basically reworkings of tracks that came from one of their earlier releases. This one was recorded by Gary Olson of Ladybug Transistor and Alicia Vandenheuvel, which I'm guaranteed to be saying wrong, from the Eiler Set and Pound Sign. This is dreamy, jangly, sunshiny, chamber pop / power pop. Has a lot of like 60s guitar pop and 60s girl group vibes, I would say for sure. Maybe even hear a little like early Bangles. I would say that the vocals feel like they're somewhat intentionally buried in the mix on a lot of the songs, but they still somehow float to the top or float to the front. They're very like delicious vocal harmonies. I would say that the jangle pop and indie pop and twee pop fans out there should consider giving this one a spin. I think if you can scratch below the surface, I think that a lot of the pop kids out there will find a lot to enjoy here. Once again, that is the band called Lightheaded, and their latest release is titled Thinking, Dreaming, Scheming with an exclamation point on scheming.
But